Hey everyone, this is Lucas Schwekendiek here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about starting out. Um, as many of you have noticed in your life, maybe when you start something new, especially if it's something productive related or if it's something work related, that sucks. At the beginning, we always want to feel like we're doing really well, and so we push ourselves a lot. But some of us don't even get to that point. Some of us get to a point where we're just, we're starting out or we want to start out, and then we kind of get too worried about it. What if we fail? What if it's not good enough? What if we can't make it? What if something gets in the way? What if other people don't like us? What if there's all of these worries that come with starting out in something? I get this question a lot on Quora, specifically in regards to writing, because from at this point in time, from my reader's point of view, it looks like, oh, I'm just naturally born talented writing. I've written so much, I get so many views, I have so many followers, but it never started out that way. You have to understand that in anything you start with, you will suck. You'll suck terribly. This will not be fun at the beginning, and that's okay. In almost everything, it's not about being amazing right off the bat. Not at all. It's about the consistency, the discipline in which you do that thing, which eventually will get you over that breaking point. To share a bit of a personal story for me for the writing, I wrote, I think, for 18 months, and I wrote, I believe, 1,000 posts in those 18 months before one post made it to a near viral state. Now, that may not sound like a lot to some of you, that may sound like a while to others, but the key point here is that I wrote every single day, and I wrote 1 to 2 posts a day for that amount of time. And until that moment, I had, I don't know, a total of 20,000 views, which is quite a bit, but that's about 20 views per post, which is not that much. And after that, it all broke open like crazy. And when you're starting out, a lot of people want that moment as early as possible, that lucky break. And they want to feel like, oh, I'm good enough to get that early on. Some people do get that, don't get me wrong. Some people actually do get lucky, and some people actually get their lucky break. They're in the music industry, they're known as one hit wonders. In the actors world, you sometimes see one person doing really successful movie and then, their life is forever changed. Some people do this early, others will take a long time to do this. And that's the key point. Some will take a while, but that will still work. When you work on something for so long, it won't seem like it's luck at that point anymore. After 18 months, it definitely didn't seem like luck to me that I finally got it. It almost seemed like finally got the break. It was about time. Um, and you have to commit to that process, not just to the initial steps, not just to the quick hits. This will take some time. And that's true whether you're an actor, whether you're starting out in a business, whether you want to become self employed and start your own company, whether you want to start a hobby, learn a music instrument, learn a language, whatever it is. There will come a point where you eventually break something open, where something just clicks and where you either get a whole lot further or where you finally find that success that you've been looking for. And that means right now, if you're trying to start something, allow yourself to suck. You're not supposed to be amazing yet. You're not supposed to be phenomenal. You're not even supposed to be good yet. If we're talking in a martial arts sense, you're a white belt. If you've ever done any martial arts or any sport for that matter, you will know that the people who have never done the sport, who just get into it, will suck terribly in comparison to the others. And that's okay. Because if they continue with that sport for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, suddenly they're really good at it. That's what you're looking for. It's that moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the line. Because for you, in your head, I'm pretty sure it's not about the length. It's you just want to succeed. So it shouldn't matter how long it takes. However, that's that's the ideal case, and that's not true for everybody. Definitely not anymore. So many people nowadays just want that quick fix, and you see this all the time. Specifically, YouTube is a phenomenal example of this. There's so many YouTubers that start out that just don't have the consistency to keep going and to keep producing even when no one's watching. They get discouraged, and then they don't do it anymore. Look at a couple of your favorite channels. See how long they've been doing it. See how long they've been posting every single day. And you'll see people who had the discipline to do this. And then if you can look at some of if they maybe share vlogs or something personal, you'll see how much work and effort goes into that. There's one YouTube Let's Player that I used to follow, and he mentioned this just in passing in one of his videos, that he was recording for 8 hours because he wanted to get a win in the game he was playing, and it was just a 10-minute video. It was 3 a.m. and he still hadn't gotten a win in. Now, most people rushed over that point. But as someone who's done similar stuff, that really stuck out, because what that means is that this guy played the entire night on a game, which many people find fun, but he lost every single round that evening. Every single one. And he tried to record every single one. Now, if you've ever recorded a video, you know that's quite exhausting. It's a very different thing than just talking or just playing. And so that must have been exponentially more difficult. But that's the kind of discipline at that level that got him to a point where he has, I think, I don't know what it was at that point, 3 million subscribers maybe. It's that level that gets you to success later on. But you have to keep doing it. I remember for myself, when in the first year of writing, I was still in college at that point, and we were at a party, and I said I was going to write one 500-word post every single day for that year, no matter what. Well, I got drunk with a couple of friends, like really drunk, and it was 11:30, and we were at 11:30 at p.m. at night, and we were at a friend's apartment at that moment. There was a huge party going on. We were like 20-30 people, and I just remember that at that moment I still hadn't written my blog post. What I did in that moment, in my drunken state, was take out my cell phone, grab a chair, put it in the corner, open up my WordPress account at that time, and started writing the post. 15 minutes later, I posted 500 words, looked at it the next day, it was complete crap, but that's not what it's about. It's about that you do it, that you stick with it. And again, for that, you have to allow yourself to suck. Because as you resist that sucking, so to speak, as you resist that negativity, you'll find that you're not going to even try. Your mind throws a wrench in it, and you self-sabotage yourself before you even get started. And that's so unfortunate, because you could probably become amazing at something and get a huge amount of success at it. But you have to start first. You have to get to a point where you're saying, all right, I don't care who looks at this, who reads this, who watches, who comments. If they comment something good or negative, it doesn't matter. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to show to myself that I can, and I'm just going to stick it through. On Quora, there have been so many amazing writers that have just, at some point, just quit. They just didn't stick it through. And sometimes the process takes a while, and it's longer than you expect, and it's not easy. That's why this isn't for everyone to be that self-employed and to do these kinds of things. But trust me, as long as you stick through, just 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day is all you need to do. 100 words, one video, whatever it is that you're planning to do, just a little bit. Make it something so easy that it feels almost free to do. And then go into it and just start and just post and just do it. Now, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite here because I'm pretty bad at making videos, and whenever I make a video on YouTube, that also is a struggle for me. But every time I do make it, every time I do make one, it's always about me just saying, it's okay. It's fine. It doesn't matter, and that allows you to just take it a lot easier. So please, for whatever you're trying to start right now, give yourself that freedom to be bad at it. Give yourself that freedom to suck. Give yourself that freedom to be a white belt and to be a newbie and to just start. Practice a little bit every day and you will get better at it. Publish something if you can, make something public, because that'll help you get out of your comfort zone a little bit more. And other than that, just keep at it no matter what. You'd be surprised at just how much that does. You don't even have to practice anything outside of that, because that is practice itself. Pick one thing, start off with that every day. And within a year, within 2 years at most, you'll see a giant shift in it. You'll have probably developed way more than you thought you would. And your lucky break will probably have happened sometime in between there if you stay consistent. And at that point, it will feel like you deserved it, not that it was actually all that lucky.